Hey everybody, welcome to the Stock Car Spectacle. I'm Ian Jortson,
I'm Tom Hovland.
and it's Vegas week. We got the cars heading to Sin City, and it's going to be our first real race, non-super speedway race of the season. And Tom, I'm excited. We've seen how these Cup Series cars have raced on these mile and a half tracks for the past couple of years with this next gen car, and it puts on some of the best racing we've ever seen. Maybe not as amazing as we saw at Atlanta last weekend, but either way, phenomenal. And we got all three series coming here this weekend. How you feeling?
I feel good. I think we're going to lose some of our Netflix friends
Yeah.
after Vegas. But like you said, the mile and a halves are still great for the next gen car. And it's going to be good to see the trucks in Xfinity in a more natural habitat. Again, we joke it's the first real race, but like, they're going to spread out. We're going to have a little bit more elbow room. We're going to see more of a quintessential NASCAR setup here. And yeah, I'm excited to not ruin the city of Las Vegas by showing up with race cars. Like,
Yeah, right. We're
another
not gonna
another
shut
famous
everything down.
World Racing Series might do, but
Right. Yeah, they might do it to Chicago. Who knows? But we
uh,
we start off with the Truck Series at Vegas. We got the Victoria's Voice Foundation 201-mile race, 134 laps. Kyle Busch won the race last year, and he's in it again, along with Christopher Bell, who will be in the one truck, and Zane Smith will be in the 91. So we got a few Cup Series guys in here. So Tom, I'm going to start off with you. Who you got, and why is it Kyle Busch?
because we race, win, and we bow, and then we repeat. And we won and bowed last week, so we're gonna repeat. Like, it's on the sign. Don't make me point to the sign again. Like, come on. No, he's Vegas hometown. He likes the track. The trucks have speed. KBM, when they went to Chevy, were lacking a little bit of something there. But he was still able to win his race last year. So, but I tell you, we're going to see the number 1 and the number 7 a lot. With Christopher Bell sitting in that Tricon garage truck, those trucks are fast. We see it with Corey Heim
Oh yeah.
each and every week, and then you get a driver with the skill of Christopher Bell in it. But Kyle Busch is going to use his age and his experience to his advantage and get it done. And I'll even put it, if we're green at the end, Kyle will be up by 7.2 seconds. Let's just throw that out there because I'm having fun.
All right. All right. I'll hold you to that. All right. Well, you said it. I got to go with that one truck of Christopher Bell. I mean, we got two big Cup Series guys who compete for championships every season, and that one truck for Tricon is just damn fast. I think he'll really be the only guy that'll be able to have something for Kyle Busch here. Got a lot of young, inexperienced guys in the Truck Series now, and I think they're going to learn a lot racing with Kyle Busch and Christopher Bell.
For sure. And everybody's talking about the bushwhacking and whatnot. And like, yeah, it's fine. But we see these guys are not developing a lot of racecraft now. These Cup guys can't come down and race with them so much. Um, and yeah, it's easy to pick a Cup guy to come win this race, but again, Christian Eckes is going to be really good here. I mean,
Mhm.
Tyler Ankrum, he hasn't won a race yet, but he's leading the points right now. Uh, and he could show up and look really good there. So just because these Cup guys are coming down doesn't mean that the truck regulars are going to bend over and take it. They're going to put up a good fight. It's not going to be a washout. It's not going to be leagues different. These guys are in good equipment, and they'll be able to get it done just as easily as Kyle Busch or Christopher Bell could.
Yeah, we'll see how they're able to handle these Cup Series veterans. Let's move over to the Xfinity Series, and this race does not have a number in the name. It is just called the Liuna, which is
Oh,
pretty interesting for an Xfinity Series race. Yeah,
what?
I made sure to triple check it everywhere. This race is called the Liuna, or however the hell you say that sponsor. Yeah, pretty interesting.
That have we? I don't think I've ever seen this in my lifetime.
Yeah, we've never done this for like an Xfinity. We've
We
done
some
something like this for Cup.
occasionally we flip over to kilometers, but I don't
Yeah.
know if we've ever seen. We've done this for Cup. When did we do this for Cup?
Well, like the we ha I feel like we've had. Like the Bristol dirt race, it didn't have like a mileage
Yeah,
or
I
laps on
guess.
it or
I guess.
so it pretty interesting. It's
Hmm.
really weird, but yeah,
But like
yeah,
Bristol Dirt was its own.
monster.
This is just like a regular. Again, this is a cookie cutter track. Like
Yeah, it's pretty weird, but hey, the sponsor is paying big bucks, I guess. So
they're just gonna put that IMSA guy in the flag stand, and he's just gonna pick a random time to wave the white flag.
right.
We don't know how long the race is gonna be.
All right, so the Liuna is 300 miles, 200 laps. Austin Hill won this race last year. No surprise there that this guy is just bad freaking fast. Some notables in this one. Eric Almirola is going to be making his first stint with Joe Gibbs Racing this season in that 19 car. And then Corey Heim, he'll be stepping into the 26 for Sam Hunt Racing. So big opportunity for him. We know those cars, they got some speed. They just need a good
Yeah,
driver in there.
for sure. And talent does a lot in the Xfinity series. It can close a lot of the gaps these teams have. So that's a good step and good seat time for Corey Heim.
Absolutely. So Tom, I gotta go with the Ford here. I gotta go with Cole Custer. We saw that
Great
98
pick.
just dominate last season. Riley Herbst got his first win in the Xfinity
Hmm.
Series in his hometown. Um, Cole Custer, he just came off of a championship. We're going to the first mile and a half track, and these are his kind of tracks. Got his first Cup Series win at Kentucky Motor Speedway. So I think Cole is just gonna blow by everyone and just have a hell of a day. I see big things for Stewart Haas Racing. I'll even say Cole Custer first, Riley Herbst third.
Third, okay, okay. Why are you picking Custer over Herbst? If we saw Riley Herbst last year in the fall, absolutely smash the competition, drive away from the field, and you mentioned it just there
Mhm.
in your reasoning for picking Cole Custer. So why are you still feeling Custer over Herbst?
I think Cole is just, I think he's still going to be riding that high from winning the championship. This guy is a veteran in this series. He knows how to get it done. It's a pretty difficult mile and a half. I think he'll be able to do it. But if not him, I think it could be Riley Herbst too. I think Stuart Haas is
Hmm.
just going to have a hell of a day here. But
Yeah, I think
I
they'll
see Cole.
those two cars will look good, and as long as they can stay out of trouble, but we're spreading them out on this mile and a half.
Hmm.
For me, I'm going to pick a Chevy, and I'm thinking we're getting back to some more mainstream NASCAR racing, and I got to pick a more mainstream NASCAR team. I just think it's a junior motorsports kind of day for Saturday, and I think the one is going to get it done. Um, it just Sam Mayer's. I think Sam Mayer is going to go on a tear. Yeah, Austin Hill and Jesse Love have looked really good in their Chevys, but it's hard to go against the junior motorsports car. I mean, the seven's going to be up there all day. The one's going to be up there all day. I don't know about the eight and the nine, but um, those guys are going to be able to show up and get it done. And if they don't, I'll put Sam Mayer or Justin Allgaier finishing second in your situation of first and third with
All
Stuart
right.
Haas.
Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, so let's move over to the Cup Series race. We got the Pennzoil 400 mile race, 267 laps. We had William Byron winning last year. Hendrick Motorsports looked amazing throughout this race. Tom, a lot of talent coming into this season, a lot of unknown. I mean, we saw a lot of craziness happen last year. Do you think that HMS can keep up the momentum in Sin City?
I'm going to go with a Toyota. One of my favorite things about the Cup Series, it's the pinnacle of stock car racing. And every week, we legitimately have no clue who could win. There's so many good drivers out there, and they know what to do. And again, F1, you're even if you forget about last F1 season and Max Verstappen winning every race, there's two or three guys that you're pretty sure are going to win week in, week out. In the Cup Series, 16, 17 guys could have a legitimate chance at winning. And this week, I'm feeling that we're going to see the new bodies come into action with the Toyota, and Toyota likes to have their domination on these mile and a half. That's their bread and butter. And I think Tyler Reddick gets it done for 2311 Racing.
All right, not a bad pick at all. I mean, 2311. They're just so good at these mile and a halves. We've seen the domination out of them at Kansas Speedway for the
For
past
sure.
few years. So yeah, dude, not a bad pick at all. Tyler Reddick, he's fast, man, and I think he's gonna win a bunch of races this year.
Yeah, yeah, and he's had some pretty garbage luck in these first two tracks, but
Hmm.
it's kind of luck of the draw with the super speedways. We're gonna start see this is when the cream really is gonna start rising to the top. We've shaken up the bottle. Now it's the cream of the crop is gonna come up and rise.
Love it. All right, so I gotta go with number 5 car, Kyle Larson. Like I said, I think Hendrick Motorsports is just really, really, really good here. And Kyle Larson's won here before. He knows how to get it done in Las Vegas. William Byron won here last year, so I think Hendrick is just gonna do their thing and
Mhm.
just flat out dominate this weekend.
I also wouldn't sleep on Bowman.
No,
He likes to perform early in the season and whatnot. He was
yeah,
coming off
he's
the
won
injury.
here too.
He's coming off the injury from last year. I'm still not happy about that win he stole from Kyle Busch. But well,
Which one?
the one he backed into, the famous backing into him. I think that was this one. Was the Vegas race where
Yeah, it was.
Kyle was in the FLM's car. But again, Bowman's always feel like 4 or 5 weeks into the season we're talking about Bowman having the points lead recently, and he's had a really strong start. He's ninth in points right now. Um, and yeah, I think you could put 400 guys in a hat and pull out one name, and they'd have
Yeah,
you could make a really good case for them to win this specific race and whatnot.
yeah,
I'm curious.
definitely.
I'm like I said earlier. I'm curious to see how the Toyotas and the Fords with the new body, how they react to these intermediate tracks. Um, that'll be the storyline going forward. Obviously, we've seen Ford have a lot of speed in qualifying, um, but does that mean they built their cars to run well alone in super speedways, or are they going to be fast everywhere? But again, look out for Joey Logano running. This is the Pennzoil race, right? Yeah, it's a
Yep.
Pennzoil race. Joey Logano likes to win the Pennzoil races, so unfortunately, we might have to see that. But
Hopefully he'll stay off the back end of Kyle Busch this time.
oh, for sure, for sure.
We don't need any more swings
No,
and
no.
getting
But
getting attacked by the pit crew.
again, if the trend of the season continues, Joey Logano's going to lead all the laps except the stage ends in the final lap, and he'll wreck out. So like we'll just have to see. But again, that's one of the things I love about Cup Series races. Legitimately, you could throw a dart at this list, and usually you're going to land on a guy that you can make a case could win the race.
Yeah, almost half of the field
Hmm.
can win a race every
Hmm.
single week. That's why I love NASCAR.
And that's on skill. That's not just because they're fluking out. I
Mhm.
mean, Ty Gibbs. This could be Ty Gibbs like reckoning, showing up
Yeah,
race. He could find something he likes. I mean, he was really strong at the end of last season, and see if he can build on something like that. It's exciting because we're about to get really bored with NASCAR in the spring,
yeah,
late spring, early summer NASCAR. Like, oh man, we got a lot of these races to go. But this is when we're gonna start seeing who's gonna rise to the top of this points chart and who's gonna stick around and who is up there because they got lucky at a super speedway.
right.
So this is the exciting. I'll convince you that every part of the season can be exciting, but this is what I'm looking forward to in this next few races.
Absolutely, man. And touching on Ty Gibbs, man, I feel like once he gets that first win, he will
Floodgates.
not. Yep, he is not going to be
Yeah.
stopped. He is going to do exactly what he did in the Xfinity Series and just be a contender week
Mm.
in and week out. This kid, yeah, he's silver spoon fed. He got this ride because
But
he's,
he's
but
good.
he
He's
is
so
damn
good.
good. Yeah,
Oh,
I
and
hate the
like
kid, but man, he is so good.
Jordan Bianchi and Jeff Gluck on their one of their podcasts recently, they're like, guys, if you don't like Ty Gibbs, you're in for it because you're going to be hearing his name the next 25, 30 years.
Yeah.
He's 23 years old or something. Like he's here for the long run, man.
Yep. Yep. It's just getting started.
Hmm. For sure, for sure. I'm so excited for this race, man. It's gonna be fun one to watch.
Me too, man. Vegas has always put on a great show. I hope everybody at home and at the track has fun watching this race. I know it's going to be a fantastic one, but that is going to do it for us, guys. Make sure to tune into Vegas. It's going to be on Sunday. I think this one's going to be on FS1. I don't know if they're putting this one on Big Fox, but make sure to check your listings. And that will do it for us. So for the Stock Car Spectacle, I'm Ian Jortson.
I'm Tom Hobley.
And we'll see you guys next time.